Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mic Drop with Julia, where we get to see person behind the title. And today I'm very happy to welcome Alina Rivelis, who is the Director of Data Science in Home Trust Company. And you've recently merged, right, with the Fairstone Bank.
That's right.
Welcome, Alina.
Thank you for having me, Julia.
So let me ask you a question. So, Director of Data Science, I assume that the titles haven't quite changed yet. You didn't become yet a Director of AI, but really what you're doing is AI, right?
That's correct. I lead a team of machine learning engineers and AI engineers, and my team does build both machine learning and generative AI applications across the company. And you're right, the title is still data science. It's going to take us a bit of time to catch up.
Well, yeah. So, since you're Director of AI, how do you explain that to your kids? What does it mean to be Director of AI?
So that's an interesting question. When you talk about AI to professionals in the industry, that is also actually a challenge, not just for kids, because AI is this big term that gets thrown around, and many of us, when we're saying AI, they could mean machine learning, or sometimes it means generative AI. And these days, individuals think, well, it has to be ChatGPT because that's what's in the news, or deep because that's what we hear about.
Yeah.
And then I have been trying to explain what I do to my kids. And it's not an easy thing to do, because when you say AI, the understanding there is maybe we have that little robots taking over the world, and maybe it's ChatGPT running around, and my kids are in middle school. So when I'm saying the words AI, they immediately think, well, Python coding, because this is what they hear about. They think ChatGPT and they hear Python mostly. So I'm thinking that there has to be an education component here, both for us executives and professionals in the industry. And we need to start as early, maybe as middle school, as high school.
So have you tried that on your kids? Basically teaching them what AI is?
I have tried this with my kids at home, and I have also tried it with other younger individuals and professionals. And I actually do teach AI and informatics. I teach information systems at university, master's program. And what I'm seeing that there is a gap in education and what AI is and what are those AI applications. And it's a very broad field.
Yes.
And this led me to realize that we need to do our part. We need to educate young learners. And I think we need to start early.
How early do you think?
I'm thinking that, well, looking at my kids, I think as early as grade 6, and start explaining these concepts. This led me to found a new initiative that called AI Future Leaders. It's focused on bringing AI education and framing it in today's world to help future-proof those young learners in grade 6 to 12.
Okay. So I assume, having said that, it's not Python, so you don't teach coding. What do you teach?
So we teach things like AI applications for business, for medicine, biomedical research, AI for social good. We have got hands-on projects, develop industry experts, and our instructors are all experts, and these would be master's and PhD level graduates or those who are still pursuing their degrees in the field. But we have got projects and education that's geared towards the application side of it, and how do you leverage AI for enhancing your work, for maximizing its potential to either improve the output or increase that creativity, because AI is very good at generating images and videos and music and text. And we go beyond just prompt engineering, and we definitely go beyond Python. Our projects more hands-on, more focused, and they revolve around industry applications. Anything from medicine all the way to technology and business, or even digital art.
Yeah. Interesting. Do you talk about ethics at all? Ethics or safety? Because this is kids. Right.
For
So
sure.
that's immediately where my mind went. Like one of the first things, just be careful because not everything that's on the internet or shows up in your mailbox is actually true, which is not only kids. I think everybody ought to learn that. But
For sure. I think this is important for parents, not just for kids. It's very important to stay safe with AI. The component of AI ethics and AI safety, that's actually baked into all of our courses and our program.
I'll check it out. Actually, we'll put a link to your website so people can go and check it out. So, second question for you, Alina. If you stand in front of the room of data management professionals, what would your advice be to them?
Well, I think the advice for data management professionals would be, let's go beyond data. And I believe that many of us have got good quality, strong data strategies and data governance frameworks. But now we need to have AI governance and AI strategy frameworks. And responsible AI does start with responsible data. So if you are data governance or data officer, you need to make sure that, yes, you do have a strong data strategy, and your data needs to be collected and stored and processed ethically, transparently. But you now also need to develop your AI strategy because your data is going to be feeding into those AI applications.
I agree. Because I think there is a strong evolution of data governance to satisfy additional and quite significant demands of AI, of use of AI, both on ethical, bias, correctness. It's a lot harder to figure out when you have correct results from AI because you get many correct results. How do you pick one? What's the best one? So there is decision part of it, but there is also how do you figure out what's better than other and how do you know what's correct?
And we also have got evolving regulations. And these regulations are changing very rapidly across the world. And depending on the industry that you're in and the government, you might need to refresh your governance and your documentation quite often, almost quarterly, I would say. It's no longer an option to just have the governance in play. When you have got emerging AI laws, you have things like GDPR, and you have got in Canada, we have the AIDA Act, and we have got many of these changing regulations that are coming at us. You need to be proactive. You need to be proactive when it comes ensuring fairness in AI applications, in your models and your use of AI. And you need to make sure that you are ready for this.
I agree. I mean, being proactive because also you have so many combination of privacy and AI. Those two things play together. So kind of thinking ahead and thinking how would you want to be AI used with you as a consumer is something that I think the mindset that for all of us, that's a good mindset to have. Well, thank you, Alina. Thank you for coming to my show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Julia.